How the pros EQ a vocal, next on Music Surgery with Dr. Bob. Now, obviously, no two singers sound alike, so giving advice on how to EQ a vocal may sound ridiculous. There are, however, a few simple things EQ-wise that I've learned from the greats that I do on every vocal, no matter who's singing it, that I guarantee will make your vocal sound fantastic. So let's get to it.
All right, you guys, let's check this out. I'm sorry, I look a little like Mick Fleetwood today. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay, so the first thing I do to EQ on a vocal, before it hits anything, is we de-ess it. We bring down the S's before it hits the compressors, so when it hits the compressors, it's not accentuating the S's. So let's look at this first.
I remember lying in the dark, your skin on mine. There was no place I'd rather be. Those were the best days of my life. Every kiss, every touch was so right. But now it's gone, gone, gone. But it's all that I want.
So I'm just trying to get it to where it touches the S's every now and then. It doesn't take away the S's or else you've ruined the vocal. So that's the first thing. You can see I have the de-esser. I've just set it. The frequency range here about 5500. And it's just hitting every now and then, just slightly where the S's are.
Those were the best days of my life.
This shows the attenuation where it brings the S's down.
Those were the best days of my life.
Okay, you got that. Next thing I do is I find the bottom here and roll that off because all this is unwanted information, low end, that's going to hit your compressor and bring up unwanted low end, and it's going to affect the way your compressor sees things that we necessarily may not hear. You've heard this one before, but what I try to do is I try to slope this down, maybe even a little more like that. But I listen to the vocal to find out where I start to dig into where his low end is or her low end, and I back it off because some of that low end, obviously, in the singer's natural voice we want, but below that we don't. So let's look.
Those were the best days of my life. Every kiss, every touch was so right. But now it's gone, gone, gone. But it's all that I want, want, want. Oh, love sucks when you ain't in it. And you see love.
As you can see, there's not much below, right around 102 hertz. So the rest of this we can get rid of.
Those were the best days of my life. Every kiss, every touch was so right. But now it's gone, gone.
So that's the second thing you do. You de-ess and you get rid of unwanted lows before the compressor. Now here's the third thing. I try to find the resonant frequencies that are the worst thing about the singer's voice and dip those out. So this is what this looks like. This is also before the compressor. So what I do is I take a really narrow Q. This is really important. And I sweep their voice to find the place that I think sounds the worst.
Those were the best days of my life.
That's the one I stumbled on, about 1484 hertz. But let me show you how this works.
Those were the best days of my life. Every kiss, every touch was so right. But now it's gone, gone, gone. But it's all that I want, want, want.
That, to me, brings out the worst in his voice. So what I do is I reverse the gain and dip it down. Like this.
Those were the best days of my life. Every kiss, every touch was so right.
Simple, but take the time to do that. It's really important because you don't want these frequencies hitting the compressor as well as all these good frequencies and boosting those up as well. Next, 1176, just like in my compressing the vocal pros video. 1176.
Those were the best days of my life. Every kiss, every touch was so right.
I showed you that in that video. Next, the RVox, same video.
Those were the best days of my life. Every kiss, every touch was so right. But now it's gone, gone.
Same thing, same video. After I've done all that, and there are a couple spots that I thought could be touched up. One, I thought he could have a little more brightness up here around 10K. And there was something about 366 that was bothering me. So let me take this and bring it up the other way and accentuate that to show you what bothered me.
Those were the best days of my life. Every kiss, every touch was so right.
Too much kind of lower mid there. Started to sound thick and boxy. So I just brought that down.
Those were the best days of my life. Every kiss, every
and just add a little top up there. Now, obviously, these EQ points are going to be different with every singer, but the concept is the same. DS, get rid of the low that's unwanted down there in any singer. Find that frequency that's really worse about their voice and dip it out. Go to your compressor, your 1176. Go to this compressor that just kind of compresses everything kind of smoothly. I don't know what the RVox does. It's just amazing, and everyone will tell you that. Then, if there's something else that's kind of bothering you, fish around. You know, like, well, let me see if there's something else around here that, you know, doesn't sound quite right. And or you may be fine. And you know, like I said, I added a little top here just for a little more sizzle. And now the last thing I do, if I need it, is I go to another de-esser that's at a different frequency range. This one's up around 7K. The other one was around 5. And I thought there was a little more just harshness that I could take off of his voice. So this is what I'm taking off. This is where it's attenuating it down, and you can see that there is a little above 5K, because this is at 7K, where I could hit it again and get rid of just a little brittleness up there.
Days of my life. Every kiss, every touch was so right. But now it's gone, gone. Those were the best days of my life.
There you go. The right way to EQ vocals for any singer. It's not necessarily the EQ spots, but it's the concept behind it. You do this every time, and you're going to have great results. Take it from a guy that looks like Mick Fleetwood.
Well, there you have it. Take the extra time to take these steps on any vocal, and I promise you it works every time. Hey, you guys, I want to get rich from YouTube. Sumner, put the right script up there. That is not the script that we... Hey guys, please take time to subscribe and ring the bell below to notify you of new surgeries. Also, take a look around in my store for some great cheap and free stuff. And one last thing, the Doctor's Lounge is open and in full swing. Come on, join us, get some amazing samples, stems, or one-on-one mix, production, or music advice. This is a really cool and super affordable thing, so check it out and see if it's for you. All the links are below in the description of this video. Thanks a lot. Well, that's it for another week. Thanks to all of you who continue to support, watch, like, and comment on the videos. Be good to yourselves and to each other, and I'll see you the next time the Doctor's in.